I think that act is a despicable act, yeah? Especially if that photo is for, for personal, is not for public consumption. It's a personal photo, private photo. Anything that is private and personal should be respected, and that is the basic human right, kan? Right to privacy. You cannot violate one's privacy. Either you violate by barging in, by force into someone's house, or you get in personal photos that is being taken inside one's premise, inside one's house, and especially it's for one's personal use and private use. I mean, that is a very personal thing and private thing and should not be violated. Yang distribute tu perbuatan yang sangat keji. Despicable. Kata saya despicable, those who distributed it. And number two pun, if those who get a copy of the photos or whatever videos, and this is not only particular to Eli Wong's case, personal photos or personal videos being distributed and then uploaded lagi dekat YouTube, pada saya not only orang yang buat tu keji, kadang-kadang orang yang tengok tu pun pada saya pun keji juga. Kalau you dah tahu, if you already know that what you are about to see is something personal, why on earth would you want to see it? Right? Kalau you feel your privacy is being violated, kan? So if we don't want other people to do it to us, don't do it to other people, and don't be an accomplice to it. Kalau this kind of videos, this kind of photo tak ada demand, orang tak distribute, right? So jangan jadi consumer kepada benda-benda negatif macam ini. Eli Wong should not do. In fact, this is her right that she needs to defend, and I hope the public who really believe in freedom, believe in human rights, believe in justice, should actually support her and not to resign. Because again, we must be very clear of the principle. Itu kalau betul pun foto tu ada ataupun whatever the photo is ini, saya pun tak tengok sendiri, so I wouldn't know. Kalau betul pun dia wujud, it's a private thing and it's a personal thing, and Ellie's position is a public position, kan? Jawatan itu jawatan public, and benda-benda ni kita tak nak budaya macam budaya macam orang blackmail gambar, blackmail itu kita budaya yang tidak bagus lah, Every politician at the end of the day, kalau dia deliver to dia punya constituency, that's what matters.
I do not think that Eli should quit from office. I think whoever did this, has humiliated himself or themselves. It's obviously a smear campaign, and the so-called photographs and videos are private acts. What she does in the privacy of a bedroom or in her own home is her own business. And so we as Malaysians, I think we should start rejecting these kinds of attempts to humiliate people. I mean, Eli is not the first victim. We've had throughout the years, we've had politicians whose private videos have been put out into the public eye, and we keep looking at these videos in a very voyeuristic manner, and we're creating a culture where we relish and enjoy humiliating people like this. So where Eli Wong is concerned, I think it's a violent and despicable act, and we should condemn the messenger, really. Society is everywhere obsessed with sex, and I think it has to do with just, from the tabloids to media, they're constantly obsessed with anything that's salacious, that has anything to do with sex, anything to do with women's bodies, and I think the larger issue is objectifying women's bodies. A naked picture of a woman's body is more titillating, more subject to more when it comes to women's bodies. Naked pictures of women's bodies and women's images are seen as are constantly used to objectify women. So this is not just about Eli Wong; it's also about objectifying women. Whoever is spreading these photographs and videos has broken many laws. I don't think we need a law. What we need to do is make sure that we change change the attitude of people and to make sure that, you know, whenever a person comes out or videos come out in the internet, we should just delete it. We should not be looking for it. We should just reject it, so that there isn't an appetite for it. We shouldn't be trying to whet the appetite for this kind of salacious, humiliating pictures and reject it immediately. I think the media obviously cannot not report it, but it's the way you report it. You have to ensure there's a balance of reporting and to ensure that, you know, messages like this, and the media should not try and fan it either, should not try and make it salacious and sensationalized. So I think we need to make sure that Ellie's point of view and the women's perspective, women's point of view and other points of view are also addressed, and to have a debate about whether or not these kinds of tactics, and to name it, it's really a violence which we have.
Well, I think it's a very sad thing to happen, but it just shows the way women are treated. That, you know, the man who did this is probably going to get away with it because he's a guy. I think I can't see myself what it was that she did wrong. It's a private thing. She is single. It's her own private business, and none of us have the right to poke our noses into it. I don't see what the crime has been committed. The crime has been committed because is to take private pictures and to publicize them. For what purposes, I'm not sure.
So is this politically motivated?
I don't know. Even if it's not, it's certainly fallen into the lap of those who would like to take advantage of it politically, which is very unfortunate. And it just shows the type of low-grade politics we have these days. I think that would be entirely up to her, really, how she feels. I mean, I think she should ask her constituents, you know, if they want her to continue or not. If they are happy with her, they shouldn't care about all this. But I think it has to be a personal decision, because obviously how you work depends on the type of pressures around you, the type of conditions around you, and if the condition seems to be untenable, then maybe it's better if she feels that she steps down. But if not, then she shouldn't. I think it's an individual decision.